So Nathan, it's a point here on the road at Warrington Town. A solid show. What were your overall thoughts of the game?
I think it was a very, very competitive game. There was lots of aggression. We've had chances. They've had some half chances. But you know, it's a clean sheet. It's a point on the road, and I think it was a game where we've come of age today with a really young group of players available. You know, we've got quite a few experienced lads missing through one reason or other. So you know, could have won it, but we took a point. We're happy with that.
Yeah, you mentioned about obviously the younger players showing that how good they can be at this level. Warrington, a very experienced team. The players have been at this club for quite a number of years as well, so, and it's always a tough place to come. So I think going into the game, you'd always taken a point before the game.
Listen, Warrington are going to be right up there with Amos Buckley. I'm forgetting what the other kid's called, but Bowen Dixon. They're a real physical force, and they'll cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams, but they can also play as well, play the game really well, and they create chances. So we've, like I say, we've defended when we needed to. We've dealt with that, but you know, they're a good team. They're going to be right up there. So again, it's one of those, we've got to look at that, and although we've had chances to win it, you know, we've got to be happy with a point.
Yeah, and just looking at those missed chances, I think the best one probably fell to Marcus Giles in that first half when the goalkeeper gifted him possession. I suppose that's the one disappointing, the fact that he couldn't convert that. Perhaps took a bit too long with it.
Yeah, he probably did, but I can understand why he did. He was trying to set himself. The guys come in, and you know, the refs obviously deemed it a good tackle. It looked like a decent tackle. The keeper looked like it might have been a foul, but the decision went their way, so you've got to respect that. That was one chance. We've had other half chances. We looked, you know, brilliant on the counter-attack, and we caused them a lot of problems. It was just one of them days where we've probably not been clinical enough.
Yeah, and one issue in the first half in particular, it struggled to really get going, but that was largely down to the fact that both sides got affected by injuries. How we're looking at our end with Lewis Ritz and Liam Cook?
Yeah, not ideal. We're down to the bare bones. Cookies, it was a real bad head clash. He's gone another 10 minutes after that, and he's decided he needs to come off, which is, you know, the right decision. And Ritz has tweaked his knee, so we need to monitor that one. We're not too sure at the moment. It was precautionary. He couldn't have carried on. So again, we're two bodies down, and we need to look at that next week.
But does it sound a bit more promising for Liam Cook that he should be in contention for next Saturday's game, hopefully?
I'd like to think so. I'm not too sure how it works with that. I don't know if he has been concussed or he's just, you know, the impact has kind of had a, you know, on his vision, but we'll just have to see next week. It's a bit early on that one with Lee.
Yeah, and obviously getting back to winning ways in midweek against Scarborough, I suppose that obviously that's going to breed confidence, but the fact the manner they well went about that victory, I suppose the moves have been really confident coming into this game as well.
Yeah, we're always confident. We have, you know, there's no doubt about it. We had a little dip in form when you look at the results. At Scarborough, we were, you know, to a man, we were excellent. We got the result that we wanted. We did the damage in the first half, and that's come into today's game. You know, I can honestly say that we've approached the game in the same way. We look totally up for it. You've got to be against this physical side. They've done everything we've asked of them. We just haven't put the ball net on the day.
No, and you mentioned already about the position of Warrington in the table. Obviously going into play just a point below Whitby in the standings, and I suppose on the road as well. Getting a point at these sort of grounds is that sort of results you need to grind out over the season if you're going to be in contention yourself.
Yeah, it's a long season. And any point is a good point. You know, especially here. But the biggest thing we'll take from this is obviously, you know, we haven't lost the game. We've got young boys who've come off the bench with an already depleted team, and they've done a job. And it's like I say, a few of them have come of age today. They've been physical. They've done the things that they're not used to doing in academies, and it's credit to them, because you know it's a squad game, and that's the reason we've come away with a point.
Yeah, and just looking ahead now, a nice week off for a change as well before the next game on Saturday. Do you think there's any chance we might see a couple of bodies back for that one potentially?
Probably not. We've got Hawksy who's going to be out for another 4 weeks. Gelly needs an X-ray on his ribs. Jamil is going to be back from a suspension now. He is available, and the other two have come off today. Obviously, we need to monitor that. So, you know, if we need to bring players in, we might need to do that. Maybe look at a loan. Not sure. But yeah, we've got a lot of thinking to do next week because we're down on numbers.
Thank you very much, Nathan.